To my fellow filmmaker friends and fans, it's easy to be motivated today after an Oscar show like that last night. Usually I'm not extremely supportive of the typical recycled junk that comes out of Hollywood, but last night's Oscars were absolutely epic. They were intimate, they were filled with love and joy. I mean, it was just a wonderful show. That show didn't miss a beat. So whoever directed, produced, put that particular Oscar ceremony together, I hope they do it next year. But that's not why we're here. We're not here today to talk about that. My name is Jet Garner. I am going to be starting, this will be our first episode. We're going to start doing a weekly to bi-weekly sort of film news, film question type venue for shortfilmtexas.com. Now let me tell you a little bit about the site. Shortfilmtexas.com is a site that hosts a web portal for filmmakers in Texas making short films. However, the fans and viewers and web hits are not indigenous to Texas only. We have fans and visitors and registered members from all over the globe. Fortunately, this website gives those filmmakers here in Texas a venue, and for the most part, the films available to watch on the site are very good, so they're finding an audience everywhere. Now, like I said, this is going to be a regular episode type deal. We'll either do it 4 times a month, somewhere between 1 and 4 times a month. We'll talk about things in the news. We'll answer email questions because we get thousands of emails a day about how to do this and how to do that from actors, directors, writers, producers, etc. So this will be a regular thing. It'll be available on shortfilmtexas.com and it'll also be available on my YouTube channel, Jet, Jettg. Now let's get started. Real quick, just about me. I have done some acting. I've got a martial arts school. I've done some writing, directing, producing, etc., etc. So I am a guy on the inside who does have a little experience working on big projects and circle of friends projects as well. So we're going to start this episode off with one email question. And I'm going to read the email here. This comes from Stevie in Baytown. And Stevie in Baytown, I'm assuming that's Texas. I don't know the town, so I would have to, maybe Texas, it may not. Stevie says, Dear friends and sirs, I love coming to your site. You seem to have a lot of knowledge and experience in films and short films. I was curious, as an actor, I love theater. I'm 20 years old, and here in Baytown, there's not really a community for actors, for teaching. I've asked a lot of questions to different agents all over Texas, so it is in Texas, and she can't seem to get any answers. Well, Stevie, we get hundreds of emails just like this a week, not only from Texans, but from people all over the world, from all over the United States. And the bottom line is, you don't necessarily, in my opinion, have to live in LA, New York, or Chicago here in the United States to be making films, and that's any direction of film. That's crew, and that's acting. But you do need to live in a community that's big enough to foster some kind of film scene, some kind of theater scene. Now, usually, if you're in a town that fosters that, and let me make another point. If you don't live in a town that's fostering theater and film, it doesn't cost a lot of money just to go and get a simple camera, get some friends together who are excited about the same thing you are, and make your own film. And you will learn much more by doing your own projects and failing at first than going to film school or something like that and spending a lot of money. Take that money and invest in equipment and just start getting some experience. But for those of you who live in a more sizable town like Austin or San Antonio, Indianapolis, Indiana, Philadelphia, big cities, but not necessarily the cities known for film, Hollywood type material, so to speak. And you're looking as an actor to get a head start, the best thing to do is go see an acting teacher, an acting coach. Start taking regular plans. Go in there prepared. Your first job is to impress your acting teacher. Because acting teachers, casting directors, talent agents, managers, directors, producers in these smaller film communities are all intertwined. They rely on each other to refer business and talented folks to one another. So it's a cycle of who you know and who thinks highly of you. So you go in there, you impress your acting teacher. Not the first class, but maybe a month, 2-3 months in it, and she or he is seeing your progress, seeing your talent, feeling your conviction, your dedication. At that point, You go to him or her and say, I really want to get involved in theater or film here in town, but I think I need an agent. Do you have anyone you could refer me to? All I'm asking for is a meeting. I've never heard no to that question. And that question, when I lived in LA, those requests were honored by my acting coaches and teachers. And living here in Austin and Indianapolis, the same thing. So that's how the process begins. For those who just want to make film, like I said, don't go to film school. Don't pick up and move to LA, New York, or Chicago if you don't have any experience. If you want to direct, write, produce, shoot film, get some bottom line equipment. You can get most of it at Lowe's except for the camera, and start making films and watching films online at shortfilmtexas.com, for example. A great resource, because you'll watch films and you'll think, wow, that one really worked for me. I'd like to do something similar to that. Or you'll watch a bunch that's like, how did that get on a website? Not necessarily our website only, but YouTube, whatever. But again, there's a lot of crap out there online. So the expectations you should set for yourself should be fairly low. And as you continue the process, you keep practicing your tools, whether it's acting, directing, filming, writing, editing, the whole ball of wax. The more you do it, the more competent and better you become. All right, again, this is Jet Garner with shortfilmtexas.com. I appreciate the time. Keep the emails coming. Thank you so much for the kind words you've said about the site. Also, the films on the site, and in particular, I want to express my gratitude. I have 3 or 4 films up on shortfilmtexas.com, and I get a lot of emails of folks who just say they enjoyed what I'm doing, so I appreciate that. All right, guys, peace. Have a good year. Keep writing, keep struggling, keep driving, keep creating. Take care.